Hello all and welcome to Astro Wheel of Fortune. So today we're doing the November predictions. So we've got 6 piles here. We've got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, pile 5 and pile 6. You guys can stop the video if you want to meditate on the cards and see which one is pulling your attention. So this is going to be your general November prediction. This is just going to be we're going to have predictions on your love and your spirituality and your career, hopefully on all sides. I'm going to try and cover as much as possible with your cards. So with that, let's get started with pile number 1. So pile 1, let's see, what do we have for your November? So we've got shadow work. Examine your shadow self to understand the parts of you that are wounded and repressed. So definitely you guys are going to be looking into a lot of shadow work. You guys might be starting on your shadow work journey before November, and maybe in November you're well into it. You're really exploring shadow work. You're looking at what you want to integrate into your psyche. How do you want to treat yourself? Where do you maybe need more attention? So you're looking into your shadow self. We'll see if there's any hints on what your shadow might be, but I feel like for everyone here would be different. The whole common energy here with the group though is that shadow work is going to be prevalent and very important in November. So let's see what else we've got here with the tea leaf cards. We've got a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. And to me, this really stands out as a shadow work journey. Like, I think a lot of you guys might put yourself into a big project. And I feel like by project, I don't mean this in a career way or in a project in a sense of a creative way. You guys are going to treat yourself as your own project, and your project is going to be to look after your shadow self, to integrate your shadow self, to understand your shadow self. And I think at the end of November, I'm almost getting like you guys going into November with a goal of shadow work, with a goal of looking at your shadow self. Am I get triggered with money? Do I get triggered with jealousy? Do I get triggered with envy? And that's something that you're going to be looking at. By the end of November, it's going to feel like you went on a journey. It's going to feel like you went on this massive long journey where you discovered yourself. There might be a bit of this energy of self-discovery for a lot of you guys. Pile number 1, very intense energy. I think November is going to be quite an intense month for you, but it's almost going to be all internal. It's not like intense things are going to be happening to you from the outside. It's going to be very much internal world being. It's kind of like digging up old roots and tidying up your garden, and the garden is your mental state, your soul. We've also got yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. So there could be elements of you feeling frustrated through November because this shadow work a lot of the time is very uncomfortable, and that's what I'm getting. But I'm definitely getting this strong feeling with you guys that you don't care that it's going to be uncomfortable. You don't care that it's going to take a lot of effort. You don't care that it's going to take a lot of energy. You only care that you get it done. You only care that you understand yourself better. You only care that you get the best result possible out of this shadow work that you're going to throw yourself into in November. And that's really standing out to me. It's almost like you guys in pile number 1, you are not scared of a challenge. You're not scared of your kind of like shadowy parts being uprooted. You're not scared to face your shadow. It's maybe you guys would have been scared maybe even a couple of months ago, but I feel like you guys are ready. You guys are very much ready to face your own shadow, to face your own toxic patterns, your own negative beliefs, and look into that and really see how you can improve yourself in that part. So for some of you, elephants could be also a spirit animal, but I'm also getting another message that some of you could actually take a journey in November. You might travel somewhere or take a little break away. And I feel like a lot of you could take a little break away to go away specifically to do this shadow work. So some of you guys might take some time off, like a week or a weekend, where you go away and you go away by yourself to go and do something, whether it is related to this shadow work or it's not related to this shadow work, it's going to aid you in your shadow work and progression within yourself and understanding your toxic patterns and your toxic behaviors. You're kind of taking responsibility for your negative traits and your negative thinking that you would have had in the past. You're taking responsibility for that. So let's see what the tarot has to say about it. We're gonna shuffle live on camera. Yeah, look at that. We've got the trip represented here with the Chariot again. So definitely some of you guys could be taking an actual trip. But this is also this energy of determination and saying, I'm taking responsibility for everything. I want to be accountable for everything that I do, for good and bad. You're integrating the shadow self, because a lot of the time, I think this is not said about the Chariot card enough, including me as a tarot reader, that we've got the dark and the light represented here in the Chariot card, where you have the shadow and the light integrating. So I feel like you guys are really focusing a lot on integrating your shadow self into your everyday and seeing how you can understand it better, how you can forgive it better as well as work on your toxic traits. How can you forgive yourself toxic traits? And I feel like what's going to be really exciting for you guys, pile number one, is that you're going to start seeing results and progress very quickly in November. So maybe you tried to do shadow work before and it didn't work out for you, and it was maybe a little bit of a I don't want to say a fail, but maybe it was a little bit of a stuck energy for you when you tried to do shadow work before. That's not what it's going to be this time around. It's going to be progress. It's going to be revelations. I feel like all of November you might start feeling like you're it's this feeling of, I didn't know myself for so long, or I didn't have an idea of who I was for so long, and just in November I got to know myself better than I have in the last 5 years. That's kind of what I'm getting here for you guys. It's almost this feeling of, for the last 5 years, for the last 10 years, it's like I didn't know myself. And all it took was this November for things to align for me to really understand who I am on a core level. There's a really, really strong understanding. Taking responsibility is a big energy here. Maybe taking responsibility for past hurts that you caused other people, or past toxic behaviors that you participated in. That's something that you're really putting intention behind, understanding that sometimes you were maybe toxic as well. And I think I'm not saying this to you, and this is like a surprise to you guys, pile number one, when I'm saying this feels like something you already know. Like, I don't even need to tell you this. You're ready for responsibility. You're ready to take accountability. And this is not to say that you guys are a super toxic person or anything like that. I just think you guys are ready to take responsibility, because we all have toxicity in us. We're all capable of being toxic. So this is just you recognizing that you are just as capable of being toxic as anybody else, taking responsibility for that, taking accountability on that level, and running with it, and forgiving yourself for that toxicity, because you're going to do better. So let's see what else we've got here. So we've got the Page of Wands in reverse for your spirituality. And we've also got the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles spiritually lets me know that you are going to be a giver spiritually. You guys might even decide to start mentoring other people. Maybe you guys have been doing, some of you guys, I feel like you've been doing shadow work already. Maybe you started it in October, and this is a progression of it. And in November, it really does take off. And then I feel like 50-50. Some of you have already been doing shadow work, and it's just that it progresses in November and it really works very well in November. And then the other 50% are starting in November, and it's going to progress quicker than you ever thought it possible. But what I'm seeing is that you might be mentoring someone who is not as okay, so again, there's another 50-50 situation here. Either you guys are getting a mentor, or you guys are going to be mentoring somebody else, and you guys will know which way it works. Like, if you are very experienced in shadow work, it probably means that you guys are going to be mentoring somebody else on their shadow work, or helping or giving tips somebody on their shadow work. If you guys are inexperienced in shadow work, you might be asking for tips and getting advice from a mentor. I'm seeing somebody mentoring the other person, possibly an older or more mature energy mentoring a younger or a less mature energy. I'm definitely getting a lot of growth, a lot of growth for pile number one. Spiritually, especially, there's a real self-awareness that's happening. I'm even feeling like my mind and my head feels so clear right now, so I feel like there's going to be a lot of clarity that November brings to you, and maybe this clarity has already started coming in for some of you guys, so get excited. November is just going to be more intense clarity in terms of shadow work and understanding your, any toxic past that you might have had or any shadowy past that you might have had. So let's look into your finances very quickly before we move on. So finances, I'm seeing that there's going to be a reason to celebrate your finances, which is a beautiful thing. So maybe the reason that you're getting to celebrate your finances could be because you're doing the shadow work. Okay, there's a very powerful energy. There's some transformative energy in your career / money. I'm getting celebration. I'm getting excitement. The death card doesn't feel like an ending here. It feels like transformation. Again, I feel like the shadow work is going to affect you on all planes of your life. In November, the shadow work is going to help you transform your career as well as your, spiritual immediate space. It's also going to leak and seep into your career and help you grow in your career. I feel like there's going to be a lot of moments in November where you will feel like you're celebrating your successes. Now for love life, let's see what we've got here. We've got the Hanged Man in reverse, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress card in reverse. Okay, let's see for your love life. Your love life does feel like it will be a little bit slower in November, whether you're in a relationship or you are single. I do feel like your love life might be a little bit more on the slow end. It doesn't have to mean that nothing happens in your love life, because at the same time, I am getting some sort of satisfaction here with the Ace of Pentacles. Some sort of offers are being made. So if you're in a relationship, some of you might even get engaged. That's something that I'm seeing. If you are not in a relationship, what I'm seeing is that there's going to be, I feel like someone will be coming forward to express their feelings for you. But I don't know if you're ready for a relationship. If you're single, pile number one, I feel like you don't really know if you're ready for a relationship right now. I feel like your commitment to yourself is very, very strong in November. Your commitment to who you are and how you want to grow. It's very important that this relationship, whatever the relationship is, doesn't take away from your shadow work and the amazing work that you're doing on the self right now. And I feel like the cards are being very adamant about that, and they're trying to really push that point across. They're trying to say, hey, it's great if you have space and time to spend time with this person or this this love interest or this partner, but the main thing is that you focus on your self-improvement. Continue focusing on your self-improvement in November. That's going to be very important, and I'm getting a very strong kind of pull towards that. But I feel like November is going to be a very productive month for you, not in terms of like material productivity that we're used to discussing. It's going to be a productive month for your soul, for your mentality, for your growth. And that growth is going to aid you in other areas of life. So maybe the growth is not going to be as apparent, for example, in money matters, or is not going to be as apparent in your love life, but it's going to be seeping in. It's kind of like, I'm kind of seeing like a waterfall and this abundant, clear, crystal clear water, and it's rushing down. And then it just has little streams coming off it, and the little streams are your other areas of life. And so it's flooding, the waterfall, and the abundance is coming through because of this shadow work that you're doing. But it's going to take another bit of time to seep into the other streams, so into your income, into your career, into your love life. But you are subsequently feeding abundance into other streams of your life. You are going to start seeing improvement in your life in November, by the end of November. That's something that I keep hearing. It's not going to be comfortable though. That's the one thing that I'm seeing. It's not going to be comfortable. It's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of determination. It's going to take a lot of ambition in terms of wanting to understand yourself better, and also just like commitment to yourself. So I definitely think it's going to be a great month for understanding that you don't always have to focus like, oh, I have to focus on my career or I have to focus on my love life. Sometimes you can just decide to focus on yourself, and as a result, enhance and enrich all the other parts of your life. And that's a big thing that I'm getting for you guys, pile number 1. So that's the reading that I got for you guys. Very interesting, very exciting. I think you guys are going to feel a relief and a lot of abundance by the end of it, but it is going to take some work. But let's move on to pile number 2. So pile number 2, let's get started with your cards for November. So first of all, we've got play. Give yourself permission to have fun. Raise your vibration by simply experiencing the joys of life. So the cards are really encouraging pile 2. If pile 1 was very strong, extremely focused shadow work, pile 2 are encouraged to take it easy and be lighthearted in November. Take your time to play. Take your time to do things that you enjoy doing with your friends, with your family, whoever you can be around, depending on lockdowns and etc. I'm seeing that you're encouraged to connect to your playful side, possibly connect to your inner child, connect to the things that bring you joy and genuinely bring you excitement. Try not to get bogged down by responsibilities. Obviously, responsibilities are always going to be part of life, but the cards are really asking you not to get bogged down by them and to continue to be playful through November. So let's see what else we've got here. We've got older woman, dealings or a relationship with an older woman. And we've also got staff. You will be taken care of in difficult times. So the fact that we have the older woman and the staff here just makes me think of like grandmothers and grannies. Possibly a grandmother is very important in November. Connecting to a grandmother. For some of you, this could be a spirit guide. I'm feeling for a lot of you guys, this could be a grandmother or a great grandmother spirit guide that's going to be protecting you in November, especially. Not to say that you need to be protected from anything, but I feel like the spirit guide wants to take up your burdens and to ask you to hand over your burdens and your responsibilities so you can play for the month of November. Again, for some reason, playing, doing things that make you excited, doing things that make you feel playful and joyous is going to be very important in November for you guys, pile number 2. For some of you, this is a grandmother who is living in your space right, in your physical world right now. This could be indicating that you're going to be spending a lot of time with your grandmother. You will be spending a lot of time connecting to your grandmother, maybe having a lot of memories of your past, having a lot of memories about your childhood, having a lot of memories connected to the time where you felt carefree and like you had no responsibilities. That's what I'm getting for you guys. It's very important to connect to when you were a child. If you can, I know not everyone can channel that, but if you can't even imagine that kind of energy where you maybe were a child and the point where you felt like you had no responsibilities, the point where you felt everything was just magic, you didn't have to worry about bills or school, or you didn't have to worry about homework, where can you connect where you feel like, what age, or do you remember a specific moment where you were sitting, playing or writing or doing whatever, playing video games, whatever it is, drawing, and you genuinely felt there's not a care in the world, there's not a responsibility in the world, everything's taken care of for me, everything's taken care of, like, the food's gonna be on my table, I'm gonna have everything I need. Can you connect to that moment? If you don't have a moment like that you can connect to, can you connect to that energy of feeling like, I'm getting this energy of like, imagine that you're a child and you are sitting in your bedroom and you're playing video games or you're drawing or whatever your favorite hobby is. And imagine that you are taken care of. Imagine this older energy of an older woman, of an ancestor, taking care of you, and connect to this energy of this ancestor. I feel like for some of you this could be multiple ancestors. connecting to that energy and saying, my ancestors have it all taken care of. My ancestors have my back. I don't have a care in the world. I don't need to worry about any responsibilities. Everything's taken care of. For some reason, that's going to be such an important energy for you guys to connect to in November. Try not to get bogged down by responsibility in November. Try and connect to that childlike fun energy, because I see that you are protected. So if at any stage you feel like, oh my God, the bills are due, I need to pay for this, I need to pay for that, be aware. Yeah, I feel like some of you guys are worried about career or money. You guys are trying to save, possibly. There's something about career, money, material, financial matters where you're trying to save. Some of you could be saving with a partner. That's something that I'm seeing with the Hierophant here. Some of you guys are definitely looking for more stability, more security. Both of these cards actually represent Taurus, so this is a strong energy of, I want to be secure, I want to be safe. Channel your ancestors, because your ancestors really want you to know that you truly are secure and you truly are safe. And the month of November is going to prove that to you. So you do have concern over security. You do have concern over being safe, maybe even being safe in your own home, or having a safe place to stay. Your ancestors are going to kind of prove to you through the month of November that you are living in a safe space. You are always safe. You are always secure. You can channel it at any time, and it's always going to be there, connected to you on a very deep level. I'm hearing connecting to your ancestors is going to be very important in November, pile number 2. Very important. Oh, that one flew out. Wow, you guys, wow, the spiritual energy for you guys is so intense. Like connecting, some of you guys could even have like mediumship. We've got the Moon and the High Priestess, both Pisces cards, by the way, as well. We've got both Taurus cards and both Pisces cards, which is kind of cool. Some of you guys could be Taurus, some of you could be Pisces. But strong energy of connecting to your intuition and being true to your own intuition, not denying yourself your intuitive. Remember, overthinking is not intuition. That's what I'm getting here as well. Overthinking does not equal intuition. Intuition is always calm. Intuition is always peaceful, and intuition is always very precise. Intuition will never make you spiral. A gut feeling will never make you spiral out of control with your thoughts. So your connection to spirits, to your ancestors, to some of you guys could be mediums or tarot readers. I feel like your intuition would be peaking in a way in November. Doesn't mean it'll never peak again. I'm just seeing that it is very strong intuition in November, and you could use it to your advantage. When it comes to your money and your career, I'm seeing for some of you guys, you could be acquiring a promotion. Maybe that's what proves to you that you are secure, that you are connected financially, that you are safe. You guys are getting some sort of a promotion. So whether it is that you're getting a promotion in work, or whether it is that you're getting a promotion in your business, maybe your clientele grows. This can also talk about being recognized and having recognition in the space where you work. So definitely November is a very lucky month for you guys in terms of security, in terms of money. You guys kind of got the whole package for this November, which is exciting. One thing that I'm also picking up on here is that in terms of finances, you are capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for. And I think maybe that's why your ancestors, I'm almost getting this energy of ancestors being like, we have gone through so much. We've gone through so many harsh things and difficult things in life. And you want to give up and have your goals so small, you need to dream bigger. I feel like some of your spirit guides, maybe you have a grandmother or a great grandmother, or an auntie or something like that who's older, who's like a spirit guide, who is like, why are you only setting little goals like these? You need to set bigger goals. Dream bigger. That's what I keep hearing in terms of your finances, career. And then we've also got the Queen of Wands. Yeah, I feel like the Queen of Wands in reverse kind of lets me know that you guys are, in the last couple of months, maybe you've stopped believing in yourself. You've stopped believing in your own ability in terms of career, money, finances. And that's something that's going to be it's almost like you need to play and you need to channel that energy of I don't have a care in the world in order to bring that inspiration and ambition back. You guys, in November, you're going to be revisiting your ambition because I feel like your spirit guides and your ancestors really want you to be more ambitious. I feel like you have the capacity to be super ambitious, but maybe something stifled that ambition within you. Maybe you guys have felt like you've been working for a very long time and you weren't getting recognized, or you weren't getting that promotion. You're finally getting that confirmation in November, which is meant to ignite your ambition and ignite that spark in you again. Okay, let's see, what do we have? Wow, November is going to be amazing, guys. We've got 2 of Cups for love life. Straight up, you guys are doing well in November. Again, I feel like some of you guys could be worrywarts, anxiety, people who suffer with anxiety, because I feel like all your spirit guides are like, everything's amazing. You're so protected. Everything is so great. You don't have to worry about a thing. I feel like for some of you guys, what I'm getting here, because you're represented here with the Queen of Wands and there's also the King of Wands. So some of you guys could be represented here by the King of Wands. Some of you could be represented by the Queen of Wands. But what I'm getting is that you and your partner maybe, for some of you, what I'm getting is that maybe you and your partner are trying to be better, be more ambitious, be more successful, and it wasn't working for you, for those of you that are in a relationship, and it's almost like both of you have given up together. Maybe there's been, or at least there's been a feeling of deflation, feeling deflated, like things are not working out the way you want them to. Kind of almost on the verge of giving up, what I'm sensing, but November is really going to kick things back into gear for you guys. I'm definitely sensing that. But the good thing here, for those of you that are in partnership, what I'm seeing is that you guys are going to be so supportive of each other in November. There's a real sense of having each other's backs. When one is tired, the other one picks up the slack. When you're tired, the other one picks up the slack. There's a real synchronicity in the way that you and your partner are going to work in November. For those of you that are single, I feel like there's going to be somebody in your life in November who you will be able to connect to on a very equal level. You're going to feel like they're your equal, especially on the ambition front, on the creativity front. So that's going to be really, really exciting. So there's definitely really nice energy in terms of love life, feeling satisfied with the connections that you make. And honestly, pile number 2, you guys are going to worry and possibly overthink a lot, but at the end of the day, November is going to be really, really good and you guys are going to be really protected. So that's your reading. If you did like this reading, do like and subscribe and comment, and I'm going to move on to pile number 3. So pile number 3, let's see what is going on for your November. So we've got spring, a period of renewal and bloom. So definitely changes, definitely feeling fresh, feeling renewed. It's almost like you guys just came out of something difficult. Maybe you guys just came out of a difficult breakup, or you went through a difficult job situation. But I'm seeing that in November there's going to be a renewal and you're going to be starting to pick up your energy again. Definitely feeling like you guys are going to be quite energetic. For some of you guys, I'm hearing a new like workout routine or something like that, putting effort into your exercise, getting your body moving. That's what I'm getting. Like I'm getting a lot of body movement for some reason. So a lot of you guys could be putting a lot of effort into moving your bodies and getting that energy flow through exercise or dance or anything that requires your body to move. So let's see what else we've got here. We've got boot, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. We've got cup, you should accept valid criticism. And we've got a rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. Okay, I wonder if the physical activity that I was seeing is like you guys are, you know what I mean? Like you guys are going out, meeting new people, and you're like, you went through a breakup in October or, you know, maybe September, and you took your time to have your winter where you mourned the relationship, you mourned the connection, and now you're going out and you are in your spring. Springtime is when all the animals mate. That's just that's just something I'm gonna put out there. Maybe you guys are quite sexually active in November. That's something that's coming through here for some of you guys, for sure. For those of you that maybe had a difficult couple of months, if that's something that you've wanted to get out there again, I'm definitely seeing that for you guys. But I'm just getting a lot more effort being put into yourself on a physical level. For some reason, you want to honor your body. That's what I'm hearing. You want to honor your body. You want to appreciate your own body. You want to honor who you are in your physical body outside of your intellect or your ambition or your career. You really feel like you've neglected your body and loving your body and really caring for it. So that's something that I'm getting. We've also got accept criticism and increase your efforts. So maybe there is going to be some sort, I wouldn't say criticism, but I feel like somebody's going to give you feedback on something that you can do for improvement on something in your life. And the cards are almost saying, it could be worth your while to take that advice, to take that constructive criticism, let's say. So I feel like you guys are going to be open to most things, though. I feel like you guys, there's a very open energy around you. Pile number 3, you're open to most things. You're open to experimentation when it comes to maybe experimenting on a new workout routine, or maybe you like to experiment with the type of exercise that you're going to do, whether it is, or maybe this is something to do with your career or love life. You're ready to experiment, and maybe you're ready to go for, I feel for a lot of you guys, this is love related as well. So it could be that you decide to go for a person who's not really usually your type, somebody quite different to the type of person you usually see. There's a lot of kind of changes, but exciting and nice changes. So let's move on to your tarot cards. Let's see what is happening with your tarot. Pile number 3. Okay, so we've got, I'm definitely seeing that you guys are a little bit wary of people. So for example, if you did have a breakup, if you did have a change of scenery in terms of your love life, maybe somebody was not so great to you in the past couple of months, you're still wary of people. That's for sure. You're still wary of who might hurt me, who might deceive me or backstab me. You're definitely looking into that quite a bit. But with the Judgment card, there's a level of, again, refreshing energy, ascension, self-awareness. Self-awareness is really coming through here, and I feel like that's why you're able to be so open. And I'm just noticing I'm talking so fast, so I feel like your November might be very quick. Like I feel like you're going to be busy enough, you're going to be doing a lot of things that November might come and go. Like you might not even notice how quick November goes, because you're going to be busy with, a new exercise routine. You're going to be out meeting people. You're going to be intimate with people. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're dating, you're seeing your friends. I am getting a social butterfly energy for those of you that are able to be social butterflies, depending on where you are, how the lockdown is again. I'm not going to continue saying it, but there is a strong energy of meeting a lot of people and people paying attention to you. You're really going to glow in November. There's a real strong energy of glowing and possibly a glow up as well. So you could be going through a glow up in November. We've also got the Ace of Pentacles for spirituality in reverse. And we've got Page of Pentacles in reverse. So there's this feeling of maybe spirituality is not going to be your focus in November. That's something that's coming through for me. You might be, if you are generally quite spiritual, you might take a little break with your spirituality, or take a little break from maybe being very mindful of your spirituality. You might take a break. Again, I feel like the focus is on the body, the focus is on the physical. But don't forget, the body and the physical is still connected to spirituality. You still, when you move your body, energy is exchanged. That's, spirituality is still connected to it. But I feel like, again, very strongly, the body is going to be the focus in November. So the body might be the focus because maybe you're giving yourself a makeover. Maybe you're giving yourself a new exercise routine. You're looking after your body. You're honoring your physical form. Maybe you're indulging in things like food and drink that make your body feel nice. The senses feel good. I am hearing you're looking after the five senses. You're not looking after your sixth sense. You're looking after the five senses. You want to be around things that smell nice, taste nice, feel nice, you want to see beauty. So you're really, really connected to your body in November. That's a really big energy that I'm picking up on here. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. I never see anything wrong with that. It's really good to indulge from time to time as long as you're doing it mindfully and you're doing it for a reason. And I think that's what you guys are going to be going after. So let's look at the material world. Let's look at the physical. So yeah, we've got a lot of changes. Look, we've got the Tower card and the Two of Cups. Again, for some of you guys, I feel like you went through a breakup. I feel like a lot of you guys went through a breakup. And so you want to connect to your own physical body in order to process this breakup, I suppose, because you feel like the best way to center yourself into your own being is to center yourself into your own body. I think materially, financially, you guys be aware of spending a lot. That's the only thing that I'll say. Pay attention to how much you're spending, because that's coming through here for me quite intensely. You guys might decide to start spending loads. So let's say you guys want a makeover, you guys are going to the hairdressers, you guys are buying completely new wardrobe. Just be very careful that you're not overspending where you are putting yourself into a discomfort. Like when December comes, you're like, oh crap, I overspent, I didn't leave anything for future me to look after myself. Again, I'm feeling November is going to be so fast paced. You would blink and you miss it. Pile number 3 for you guys. Time is moving quicker in November than it is for the rest of us. That's the real strong energy that I'm feeling here. And let's move into your love life. Let's see what's going on in your love life. Well, we've got the Death card here represented. So the Death card lets me know that, again, there's endings. You're coming to a decision to either end a relationship or you're coming to terms with an ending, which, again, contributes to your transformation. Sorry about the loud, the cards falling loudly on the table. And definitely for some of you, this really feels like a breakup, and you guys deciding to use this breakup as a catalyst for your own self-improvement and connecting to your own body. And we've also got the 8 of Swords. You guys are trying to break self-limiting beliefs when it comes to relationships. A lot of you are trying to, and also those of you that are in happy, serious, committed relationships that you don't see anything bad in it at all. Please, I always feel like I need to say this because this is obviously not applying to you. Obviously, the energy is overpowering for whoever this does apply to. So please don't be nervous. Don't think that you and your partner are going to break up all of a sudden. If you do have a very healthy, stable relationship, don't worry that this is your future in November. I feel like this is for those of you that are obviously in shaky relationships and maybe you break up in November, or this is probably for those of you that already broke up. And you're really discarding self-limiting beliefs when it comes to relationships. You're really discarding paranoias or obsessions that you've had with relationships. For example, did you used to be obsessed that you're, a lot of people might say, my belly is showing and I don't like how my belly is when my partner looks at me. It really bothers me. Or are you worried about your arms? Are you worried about the way that you present yourself to your partner? Are you self-conscious about your beliefs when it comes to partnerships and romantic energies? You're definitely releasing a lot of that, and you're really focusing on what you like and what you want in a relationship rather about pleasing the other person. Now, for those of you that are in relationships, maybe this means that you decide to live more for yourself rather than for your partner. You decide to put more effort into yourself. There's a real energy of I need to treat myself more, but not treat yourself maybe for some of you, this is like go to the hairdressers, change your wardrobe, get a makeover, go to a spa. But for a lot of you, this is treating yourself in terms of, I deserve to express who I am in the most authentic way possible. And I think a lot of you guys are going to find yourselves in November, or at least come a step closer to finding yourself in November. So that's the reading that I got for you guys. Pile number 3. I felt like this reading was very fast paced. And to me, this is what it symbolizes, that November is going to be very fast paced for you guys as a whole. So that was your reading. If you did like it, like and subscribe and comment. And I'm going to move on to my next pile, which is pile number 4. So pile number 4, let's see what is going on in your November. So first of all, we've got nothing. Nothing is happening in November for you guys. No. So it says, on days I feel like nothing, I remember the vast nothingness of space. There is beauty in the state of nothing. So some of you guys might really have not much to do in November. Some of you really could possibly be pretty bored in November, especially if you guys are going through a lockdown where you are. This is going to be a beautiful opportunity, though, to connect to who you are on a spiritual level, because we've got the 7 here as well, to connect to your spirituality, to connect to your understanding of the universe, and to your inner knowledge, your inner infinite knowledge. I am getting that some of you guys could be going into this hermit. I'm getting the hermit card. You guys might do a lot of reading in the month of November, a lot of researching, a lot of putting puzzle pieces together that you wouldn't have put together if you didn't have nothing to do, if that makes sense. Sometimes when we have truly nothing to do, and we have no responsibilities, and we have nothing to distract us, that's when we really go in and start looking for something to resolve. And I feel like it's going to be a very productive month for you, even though there's nothing to do. And it's almost like a contradiction, but I hope that makes sense the way I'm explaining it. Let's see your tea leaf cards. So first of all, we've got the month of September. So September is relevant here. So I feel like something that maybe you put effort into in September, something that you invested in September, is going to pay off or come back and help you out in November. This could be a person that you met in September coming back. This could be a person that you left behind in September coming back. This could be maybe a job that you did in September, or an interview that you did in September calling you back. This could be an investment that you made in your business in September finally paying off in November. We've also got career. So for a lot of you guys, this will be career related. So some investment that you put into your career in September is going to be paying off in November, which is beautiful. And we've also got bread, period of prosperity and abundance. So we've got really strong prosperity here. And again, I feel like it's almost like the nothing. You guys might have been very busy in September. I feel like some of you guys could have been putting so much work in September that you're finally going to be able to sit back in November and see all the flowers bloom after, planting them in September, figuratively speaking. So you're reaping what you have sown in September this month in November, which is really great. I feel like career is going to be blossoming for you guys. Pile number 4. And even though you might not have a lot to do, maybe in terms of like social life, maybe in terms of seeing your friends or family or whoever, maybe your dating life is going to be quiet. I feel like you're not going to mind it being quiet, because you're going to be really excited about your career opportunities and where you're growing and where you're going in career. Definitely a big focus on career for you guys in November. So let's see what is going on with the tarot cards. So pile number 4, what is happening in November? So we've got 5 of Cups. You may even have been disappointed by something in September, and some sort of disappointment. So maybe you were rejected for a job or something like that in September. I just realized the camera's gone a little bit dark because of the sun outside. Let me see if I can lighten it. Hopefully that's okay and not too dark. Let's see. Okay. Great. So I feel like maybe some of you guys even experienced some disappointment in September where you felt maybe rejected or you felt like you missed an opportunity. And I feel it's almost like a second chance. A lot of you guys are getting a second chance in your career. Yeah, see, that disappointment is coming up again, but we've got the Emperor card in reverse here. So the Emperor card in reverse lets me know that this is something that you felt out of control with. And I feel like November might even start with that same level of disappointment or feeling like you don't have control over your life. You might start November feeling like, oh, like I don't really have control over my life. I am a little bit empty. There's a nothingness here, which is going to push you to revisit the way that you used to do things, the way that you used to push in your career. And I think it's going to be a great help for your progression, because we do have this period of prosperity and abundance. And I think this period of prosperity and abundance might come in kind of like midway through November, because you first have to push yourself at the start of November to experience the abundance and the increase that you're meant to experience. So let's see with your spirituality, what is coming up with spirituality? I feel like for a lot of you guys, I feel like a lot of business owners might be picking this pile, because there's this energy of needing to push with your business, needing to maybe go back to the basics, maybe look into how you do things. Do you need to change certain things? For a lot of you guys, maybe you've been stuck on a certain way that you want to do it. But I think in November, there's going to be a realization, almost like a euphoric kind of eureka moment where you realize, oh, I should actually do this. I should change this about, my business or my shop or whatever you guys are doing career-wise. Let's see spirituality for pile number 4, though. Okay. We've got the Queen of Wands. So you guys might be feeling like you are... For some of you guys, I'm getting the message that you might be feeling stifled in terms of manifestation. So you might be feeling like your manifestations are not coming to fruition. A lot of you guys have been working on a specific manifestation for a very long time, and it just hasn't been coming true. I feel like a lot of you guys are trying to manifest money, maybe a home, material things. I'm definitely getting that you're trying to manifest, again, career material things. And this does feel, again, it's that energy of like nothing is happening, nothing is coming, nothing is happening, nothing is being delivered to me. The universe is blocking me from this. But in reality, there's a need to change something. There's a need to change your approach and how you do things. Maybe you need to have a little less controlling attitude to how you receive this manifestation. Maybe having a more open mind on how you receive this, whatever this manifestation is that you want to receive, having a more open-minded approach to it. I'm definitely seeing that you guys are struggling with some sort of manifestation, and I feel like you've been struggling with this manifestation for a little bit. And to me, this feels mostly like something that is happening because you have a certain way that you want this manifestation to come in, rather than being open-minded about how it comes in, and just trusting that it's on its way. You guys really like to know what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, and when. I definitely get that sense from you guys. But let's look into your material things, into your career and finances for November, pile number 4. So yeah, so I definitely, this says a lot. We've got the period of prosperity and abundance, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles. There's going to be a period of prosperity. I genuinely do feel, though, for a lot of you guys that picked pile number 4, don't be discouraged if you don't get this material recognition or this material prosperity straight away. That's just the one thing that I'm getting here. Don't be disappointed if November, like first day, first week, even second week of November, if you're not getting this prosperity, because I feel like it's going to take this nothingness and you guys to sit in this nothingness, and for you to sit with your boredom and to sit with your dissatisfaction. I'm getting the 4 of Cups. Like, it's almost like you guys need to sit with that energy of 4 of Cups, feeling like you're not getting the opportunities that you want, to almost create your own opportunities. I'm hearing a lot of you guys that picked pile number 4, you're capable of creating your own opportunities. You don't even need opportunities to come to you. You literally you can create something out of nothing, and that's the whole point. And I think that's why universe keeps putting you into these instances of nothing, to do, or feeling like your business or your career is going nowhere, because in the nothingness is where you create the most prosperity. You guys are like magicians. There's a magician energy for you. You guys are actually powerful manifestors, but it's like you're blocking your own manifestation power by always wanting an opportunity to come into your hands rather than creating it yourself, when you're actually very capable of creating opportunities. And I feel like you've done it in the past. You just need to get that. I'm getting like, when you, for example, let's say you were maybe a gymnast. That's what's coming to mind right now. Maybe you were a gymnast in the past and you used to do these cartwheels, and you used to do all these exercises. But if you don't practice those cartwheels and those exercises, at some point you're going to be a little bit rusty. So I'm feeling like at some point you guys were able to manifest opportunities out of thin air, just like this, but over time you stopped practicing it because you felt like maybe you weren't as good, or you just didn't believe in yourself, and you're just a little bit rusty. So it's time to get into that groove again of creating your own opportunities in your own abundance. And I do see that abundance is coming very, very soon. It's coming very, very soon. Get excited for it. I feel like for a lot of you guys, though, it's towards the end of November, or at least mid-November, when you will see the results of that abundance materially. I'm definitely getting opportunities and choices in career coming in November, just not at the start of November, so don't get discouraged. So let's see what else we've got here. We've got here with the love message. So the love message for pile number 4. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You guys really like putting your energy into everyone else but yourself. That's kind of what I'm getting as well. You really like putting effort into everyone else but yourself. It's like you're very generous, I feel. I'm also hearing you have patience with everyone but for yourself. For those of you that are single, maybe you guys are being overly patient with someone that maybe doesn't deserve it. I'm getting that. If you guys are maybe seeing somebody, or you're talking to someone online, maybe that's just a tendency of yours that you tend to give people a lot of second chances. Be careful about giving people second chances. People that never put effort into you and never gave you energy, be careful about giving it to them in November. I feel like you guys in a weird way, you guys are going to be extra generous, and not in a weird way, because I think you guys are going to have a lot of abundance come in by the end of November, that you guys are going to want to be abundant and to give. But be very careful who you give to. That's the main message that I'm getting here. Be very careful about who you give to. For those of you that are in a relationship, maybe you guys are in need of reevaluating whether you are giving too much to your partner, or is there an imbalance of how you give, how much you give, and how your partner gives, and how much your partner gives. Maybe there's a need to reevaluate your generosity with some people, and it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be generous with people that you love or people that you care about, but there's definitely a need to reevaluate. Do you give your generosity, because again, that's energy exchange. So do you give away your generosity just to anyone, even if they're gonna leave you high and dry? So for a lot of you that are single, it's kind of encouraging you to be selective about the people that you let into your life in terms of love life. And for those of you that are in a relationship, maybe there's a need to reevaluate how much you give and how much you take. So that's your reading, pile number 4. Very interesting. I'm definitely seeing a lot of push and pull. I think you guys are very stubborn people, but in the best way possible. And good luck with November. I think you guys are going to be doing very well. And if you like this reading, do like and subscribe. And I'm going to move on to pile number 5. So we've got pile number 5. Let's see what is going on with you guys in November. So first of all, we've got rain. Only after I crawled through the mud and waited for the sun to rise that I realized it was the rain that made me clean again. So We also got number 8, which means, to me, means abundance, which means feeling abundant after a difficult period of time. I'm feeling like that could be a theme for a few piles here so far, a couple of piles here. Feeling abundant and feeling ready for the world after a difficult period of time. So maybe October was a difficult month for a lot of us. I'm definitely seeing energy of refreshing energy, feeling very, very refreshed. If any of you were connected to pile 3 or were attracted to number 3, maybe you guys want to check that out as well. If you weren't attracted to it, forget about it, forget I mentioned, but this is just something that's coming through, very fresh energy, just like I felt in number 3. This could be a slightly different energy though. So what else we've got here? We've got pin, new career, new job. And we've also got pig, beware of greed. So for a lot of you guys, maybe you guys got out of a really bad job, or you will get out of a really bad job, or a job that you don't enjoy right now. You will have an opportunity to get out of a job that you maybe hate, that maybe drains you, and it will feel like a new lease of life. So maybe you felt like, you were in this pouring rain and you were getting sick and you were getting a cold, and that's the representation of your current job, or maybe the job that you just left. And in November, you're going to get a chance to see that the skies are clearing up because you're finding this new job, you're doing something that you enjoy, but beware of greed. Beware of greed could be indication that maybe there's a job out there that you really, really want to do, but you earn really good money in this job that you hate. And it's often very difficult to leave a job that you hate where you have a better salary than you would even if you were doing something you really, really love. A lot of the time that can pose an issue, a worry. How am I going to afford my rent? How am I going to afford my bills? But I'm getting a strong energy of being pulled between, do I want to do something that I love, or do I want to do something that brings me more security, stability, and money? That's what I'm getting for you guys, pile number 5. Being pulled between, do I want to go after my dreams, or do I want to feel more secure right now? So the choice is going to be yours, but the cards are saying be careful that you don't delay your interests, don't delay your passions too long. So let's see, what do we have here with the tarot cards? So pile number 5. What is the general message with the tarot? So we've got the death card. Yeah, are you delaying the inevitable? Is there a job that you really, really want to leave and need to leave for your own replenishing of your energy? And do you refuse to leave it? Are you afraid to leave it? Are you afraid for your security? And then we've got the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords in reverse talks to me about this could even be a relationship. It doesn't have to be a career. I feel like for 90% of you, this will be a new job or a career that you want to leave a career. That's what I'm getting. But for some of you, this could be a relationship or a friendship. Like maybe there's a connection or something that you finally need to leave. I'm just getting a strong message of, you need to leave this because you already know that you need to leave this. You already know that that's something that is going to serve you well if you were to leave it. But it's like you're refusing to do it. You're refusing to do it because of security, because of, like I earn good money here. I'm secure, I'm safe. And that illusion of security keeps you there. But it's kind of like you're delaying the inevitable. That's what I'm hearing. For the spirituality portion, let's see what is happening in spirituality for pile number 5. We've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. Oh, 3 cards. Magician. You guys are really putting the work in with your manifesting. I'm getting strong energy of manifesting your desires, your dreams, especially when it comes to career. So I feel like you guys are trying to manifest the perfect opportunity to leave. You're manifesting a new career, a new job. Definitely a big focus on career, a big focus on your job, a big focus on your energy when it comes to succeeding in life, following a life path. That's something that you're trying to manifest. But the cards are saying be very careful not to exhaust yourself thinking about it as well. It's very important. I'm getting a lot of imagery of crying for some reason, so I wonder if you guys have cried a lot over your career, you've cried a lot over your life path and how you're meant to reach it. I'm feeling like an emotional drainage that's happening here, so maybe it's almost like I've cried so much I don't have any more tears to cry about this. For some of you, your job could actually be very upsetting, like, and that's not really rare. A lot of jobs out there can be so emotionally draining and very upsetting and very exhausting just in general, not just emotionally, physically of course as well. But and that's what why I think you guys are trying to manifest something where you're not going to be as exhausted. Some of you, I'm hearing you're trying to manifest like a good part-time job that pays well so that you can do your passion and have that bit of security as well. But I'm largely getting a strong message of you trying to manifest. But what I'm hearing is you guys have the tools to leave. You guys can leave if you really want to leave this job. You will be protected. You will be safe. I feel like there's people around you that will look after you. Obviously, you have to do it mindfully. You have to do it with a bit of planning, but you guys are capable of doing it. You guys are not, I think a lot of the time we don't give ourselves enough credit for how much we can practice, how much we can plan. If you're leaving a job, of course you're not going to leave it, in a huff. You're not going to leave it, with like $2, €2, whatever you have in your bank account. You're going to leave it with you're going to leave with savings. You're going to leave with a plan. You're going to have something solid set up. So I feel like the cards are saying, give yourself credit to know that, yes, I can do this. And I do have a plan and I will have a plan. So let's look into your material world, since we're kind of talking about it already, but let's look into your materials and your career. The cards just want you to know that you're super, super resilient. You've gone through really difficult situations before, and you will go through one again. And it's not to say that you're going to be going through difficult situations on and on. It's just you're capable of doing it. There's a situation that I feel you definitely want to leave, but you're worried that if you leave the situation, it's going to cause an imbalance to your security, that it's going to disrupt your security in some sort of way. And the cards really want to assure you that that's not going to be the case, that you are capable of looking after your security. You're capable of looking after yourself. You're going to be safe. You're going to be everything's gonna be okay. Basically, I feel like your spirit guides really want to calm you. You guys need sleep. I'm almost getting sleepy, and just looking at the pillow, I feel like a lot of you guys need good sleep, and that's something that you're lacking in your life right now. You guys need to sleep. You guys need to have a proper dream cycle. You need to process everything that's going on. Maybe some of you guys have insomnia, or you're just not sleeping enough. And you need to be very careful about that. And I think that's affecting your financial situation, because how can you give to your financial situation? How can you give to your material world if you are not even full of energy from sleeping, that you haven't replenished yourself with energy? Be careful with your sleeping. That's what I'm hearing. It's very important to sleep. And I feel like maybe in November you'll finally get a chance to sleep, to take some time off to sleep. I feel like you guys could take a week off to sleep and just do nothing but sleep and nap and sit in bed and just chill out. I feel like you guys have been working really hard. That's what I keep hearing. You guys are hard workers, and you've been working like breaking your back, and you just need sleep. Let's look into your love life. Let's see what's going on in your love life. Okay. Love life for pile number 5. Pile number 5. So we've got the 4 of Cups. I always feel like the 4 of Cups in this deck is always really nice, though. To me, this also always stands out as really kind of pleasant. So I never really read it as the 4 of Cups like in traditional tarot. I am getting some sort of energy of you connecting with someone. Possibly if you're single, I am getting a possibility of a connection. For some of you, I'm hearing a romantic connection online for some reason. I don't know, that just came through. For some of you, I feel like there's going to be a hint of a connection. I'm not getting anything heavy though. It feels very either lighthearted, or maybe there's going to be connection that is not really going to go anywhere. Like you I don't know if you've ever had it before, or if this is a new experience that you're going to be experiencing. It's kind of this connection where you guys maybe chat online, or maybe you guys go on a couple of dates and you think they're pleasant, they think you're pleasant, but really there's no spark there. That's kind of like what I'm getting quite a neutral vibe, if that makes sense. Like I feel like this person could be quite nice and quite lovely to be around, but at the end of the day, I feel like the spark is just not going to be there, so the continuation is not going to be possible. For those of you in relationships, I feel like this could be you and your partner are just going to be taking a step back and spending a bit of time. They're spending a bit of time on their own, and you're spending a bit of time on your own, having a bit of space between yourself and your partner. This is going to be a good month to focus on you as an individual, and for them to focus on themselves as an individual. And again, I'm getting that energy of pleasantness. It doesn't mean that anything's wrong. It doesn't mean that you guys are fighting or anything like that. It just means that you guys are taking a step back to do your own thing, if that makes sense. And that makes sense to me if you guys are in a relationship and you need sleep and you need to take some rest and you need to focus on yourself a little bit more. That's completely understandable then. And there's nothing wrong with taking like a week, a month for yourself. So yeah, that's the reading that I got for you guys, pile number 5. I hope that helped. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, do like, subscribe, and comment. And I do think that you guys are going to emerge into December after November with a new set of goals and with a realization that you deserve more rest and you deserve better in terms of career, for sure. So let's move on to pile number 6 for your November. So to begin with this card, we've got retreat. So take a break to clear your mind and energy, ground yourself. So some of you guys could actually be taking a little retreat or taking a little trip away. Others of you could just be taking some time to relax, to look after yourself, to look after yourself spiritually, to look after yourself, maybe look after your mental health. I'm getting strong energy of you maybe looking after your mental health, maybe taking a weekend away where you can be in nature. And I also get this energy of balance here. We've got 20 here, which is a 2. To me, this is an indication that you're trying to have a very balanced month in November. You're trying to have a balanced month in terms of connecting to yourself on a physical level, as well as on a mental level, as well as on a spiritual level. You want to have everything in balance. I think you're going to have a really good grasp of your life in November. It's all going to feel quite calm. It's all going to feel like it's happening the way it's supposed to. So there's not a lot of anxiety that I'm feeling with this pile. I'm feeling a lot of kind of like everything's going to work out the way it's supposed to work out. And I'm happy to go ahead with whatever I need to do through the month to get me through it. So we've also got dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. So some of you guys are actually going to visit a friend in November. So you're going to meet a friend, you're going to connect with a friend that maybe lives far away. So you're taking a trip to see them. This could even be a journey with a friend. Maybe you and a friend take a trip together to get away and to clear your minds together. There's a real level of duality. For some of you, this could be a partner who's like a best friend as well, but I'm definitely sensing more of friendship energy. This could be, a sister or brother as well. We've got wind chimes, peace and harmony. See, I mean, what did I say? We've got peaceful energy with you guys, pile number 6. You guys are zen in November. There is zen energy in November for you guys, and I'm so excited for that because I feel like a lot of piles here have been represented with a lot of anxiety and strife and kind of feeling worried that things are not working out the way they're supposed to, but you guys are so aware that everything's working out exactly how it's meant to work out. You guys are feeling zen. You feel comfortable with who you are, how things are progressing. I feel like maybe you are seeing progress on certain things. Maybe it's not amazing progress worth of like celebrating and cheering and jumping up and down, but it's progress that you're noticing enough in order to keep you calm and in order to keep you feeling like things are taking over just the way they're supposed to be. So pile number 6, definitely a good month to take some time off, to retreat, take a holiday if you can, take a road trip somewhere. If you can't, it's a good month to just connect to yourself and connect to your friendships as well. I think friendships are a really big deal in November for a lot of you guys, pile number 6. So let's see, what do we have here with the tarot? So what do we have for pile number 6 in November? Okay. So yeah, you guys are slowing down. I mean, the 8 of Wands is a fast-paced energy, but when it's in reverse, it's a slow down energy. I definitely feel like maybe you guys would have been a lot more fast-paced in September or October, and November is a good month for you guys to slow down. Slow down, take time to reevaluate what you're doing with your life in general, but I'm definitely getting a strong energy of like, I'm not in a rush anywhere. I'm not in a rush anywhere with my career, with my relationships. I just want to enjoy the moment. That's the main thing. I feel like pile number 6, you guys are going to be very present in the moment in November, and it's going to be a really beautiful time to cherish the moment. And we've also got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you guys, for some reason I'm hearing you guys might even delete your social media. Because the Page of Pentacles to me sometimes signifies messaging, but when it's in reverse, I feel like you guys are not going to want to connect to anyone through messages or through social media. You're going to be interested in only connecting to people in person or connecting to yourself. I'm also feeling like connecting to places, connecting to nature, connecting to locations. But yeah, for a lot of you guys, maybe you're deleting your social media. And also 8 of Wands sometimes represents communication. So you guys might actually kind of go off the grid for a little while. So if any of you are doing that, props to you. I definitely feel like it's something that's really going to work for you. It's really going to help you heal. It's going to really make you feel replenished with your energy. It's going to bring a lot of peaceful energy to you. But I definitely feel like for a lot of you guys, you could be deleting your social media altogether or deactivating a lot of your social media and kind of going off the grid, wanting to be alone with your own space, maybe with a friend or a partner or something like that, at least for like a weekend or a week in that in December, or sorry, not December, in November. Sorry, I'm already in December. So let's have a look at your spirituality. Pile number 6. I'm so tongue-tied. This is the last pile. Yeah, you guys are feeling like you want to restore your balance for sure. Like I'm getting strong energy of wanting to restore your balance. These cards fell out as well. I'm not going to include them, but I'll just show you the 5 of Cups and the King of Swords. You guys, possibly some of you guys actually suffer with anxiety, but it's something that you want to tackle in the month of November. I'm seeing that you want to get away from the busyness. I feel with the 7 of Cups, 7 of Cups represents choices, but to me it's almost like the overwhelming energy of choices, overwhelming energy of everything that could happen, everything that could ever happen in the world to anyone ever. It's almost the busyness of the world and the busyness and the life that's happening around us right now. It might become very overwhelming to you guys by the end of October, and you may decide that in November you really want to take some time out to spend solely on yourself and on your own energy. There's definitely hermit mode present here. You want to rebalance yourself. If any of you guys are going away on like any sort of like yoga retreats or meditation retreats, that could be also a part of it. I'm definitely seeing a want to balance yourself. Again, we've got the balance here with the Temperance card, and that resonates with this energy of the 2 that we have here with the 20. So I'm definitely getting a rebalancing of your own energy. It's going to be really important in November. You guys want to connect to that peaceful energy that peaceful state of mind where it's all just bliss and harmony. Let's move on to your career and your money. For some of you, I'm definitely getting that you're going to be deleting social media. So what do we have here? We've got the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. You're going to be alleviating a lot of anxiety to do with finances as well. I feel like you're getting some sort of again, I'm getting a strong energy of like, yes, I could look at all the things that could possibly go wrong with my finances, with my money, with my career, but I'm going to choose to look at the things that are going right in my career. You're going to be really choosing to look at the positives and to bring that into balance. Yes, things could go wrong. Yes, things could money could disappear, you could lose money at any moment, but so can anyone. But you're gonna choose to look at, hey, my business did really well, in the month of September I did something really right there. I'm gonna focus on the fact that went well. Hey, I got my rent paid this month and I was able to pay for all of my bills on time. Hey, that was great. You're going to be really focusing on the positive rather than the negative. It's going to be a really big thing and a really big theme in November. But I feel like for some of you guys that picked pile number 6, that's not something that comes naturally. You're going to be forcing yourself every time you get an anxious or a negative thought of like, oh my God, what if I lose loads of money? What if I'm broke as hell? You're going to turn around and go, but I'm not. But I'm doing really well. But I'm taking care of myself. And that's the main theme for your month in general, but clearly for your material wealth as well. And let's move into your love life and see what's going on in your love life in November. We've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. We've got the Hermit mode again. So I feel like a lot of you guys are staying away from love life, or you're at least trying not to pay attention to love life. For some reason, I'm being called to pull one more card. Yeah, I feel like most of you guys are more interested in spending time with siblings or friends or like cousins. I'm getting that energy. Spending time with your inner circle, like maybe having like a girls trip away or a guys trip away, or just a group of friends going away, having a very peaceful kind of energy. Like I'm getting a spa weekend with like your friends or sisters or brothers, whatever it is. And really connecting to your friendships. I really felt that even at the start with the distant friend is thinking of you. I think for you guys, pile number 6, it's going to be more important to connect to friendships and to yourself rather than love life. You don't want to get bogged down by love life because again, I feel like you're trying to keep your anxiety on the low. So for me, what's standing out, if you're single, you're not looking for a new partner. You're not looking for a new connection in November because you're more interested in connecting to your friends and having a good time with your friends and having a good time by yourself. If you're in a partnership, you're not really connecting to the side of your partnership where you guys are intimate or where you are romantic. You are actually more interested in the friendship level of your relationship. So those of you in partnerships, you might want to organize a lot of activities with your partner that you can do as friends. Like you might be doing something that is fun, and you're not getting bogged down by the future of the relationship as much as enjoying that kind of friendly energy that you have with your partner. So I definitely think November is going to be a very peaceful month, and it's going to be all a credit to you because you're going to make it a peaceful month. You're going to put the effort into making November a peaceful month for yourself, which is really exciting. Pile number 6. So that's the reading that I got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, do like and subscribe. If you have any feedback, put some feedback in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.